It is most definitely rocking. Well, the crypto market, Ethereum over 1700. Are you kidding me? Let's go. 1723 and climbing. Are we going for 2K this weekend? Pretty good chance, IMO. There's a lot of stuff going on in the crypto market. Let's take a quick look at the stock market. The stock market is going to open in about 4 minutes. We got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's pumping a little bit. The NASDAQ's up 40 points. The E-mini's up pretty good. The E-mini S&P futures are up 20 handles. We got, what do we got? We got the dollar down a bit. It's about time, man. That dollar was strong like bull. I didn't understand it. Gold, not good for the good kids. I've been in a gold trade, been looking for a gift, a little win from the gods. Have not gotten much luck on that. We are probably going to take a max loss on this put spread. We still got 14 days. Like Mike and the mechanic say, all I need is a miracle, baby. Mara and Riot are up a bit because Bitcoin's pumping. Tesla, how's Tesla doing? Tesla's down a few dollars in the pre-market. I did put on some bullish put spread yesterday. I did tweet out my Snap play. What did I do in Snap? Yeah, I did an Iron Condor in Snap. I got a $90 credit. We're going to be able to probably take that off for a max win pretty early in the morning. Let's hop on over to the crypto. Wait. We forgot to check the bloody VIX. What's the VIX doing? VIX is down, but not much, only 0.13. We want to keep an eye on that. Usually when the stock markets are rocking, the VIX will go down. There will be times when you see the VIX going up, and that's when you really want to be a little bit nervy out there. You know what I love, boys and girls? I love the smell of Ethereum in the morning. How is it doing? Look at this go. Look at my excellent TNA analysis. We see the rocket ship is fired off. It's going to the moon. We got our flag planted and they're playing basketball up there. Just as predicted, boys and girls, just as predicted. It's doing just as I predicted. It's on a rocket ship to the moon. We do have a nice little trend line right here. You know, the more and more I think about this crypto market, the more and more I hope it doesn't go parabolic, right? I would like it to be a nice, steady climb. I personally have the opinion, and look, I know I'm new to this crypto market. Everyone's calling me an idiot. I'm not trying to say this time is different. We got a lot of institutional buying coming in. Hopefully that will add liquidity. Hopefully that will add stability. Maybe we won't get the crazy 80% crash, 90% crash. Everyone's basing this on the last two cycles. It's cyclical. Of course it's cyclical. There's going to be bear markets. There's going to be bull markets. I'm curious, what were like the early days of the stock market? What were the early, like I would say this is a bit akin to, the internet boom. You guys and gals out there, if you're not educated in crypto, cryptocurrency and DeFi, the DeFi tokens and etc., you've got to get educated. There's a lot more to it than just Bitcoin. A lot of us out there get it. A lot of us out there are going to make a lot of money. It's just a matter if you can hold during the bad times. Because it's all going to come down to the adoption rate. I'm hearing different opinions out there of how quickly the adoption rate is going to come. Excuse me. I think the adoption rate is going to come a lot quicker than what a lot of people think. It'll be curious to see how many companies listen to Michael Saylor and start buying Bitcoin. The people that really get it, the innovators out there, you're gonna start seeing investment with Grayscale looking to add other trusts and things like Polkadot, Cardano, even some smaller tokens. You got Gemini, and Gemini is starting to add an earn program where you can earn interest on a lot of your coins. And I just recently heard they added Filecoin at 7%. So there's a lot of stuff coming out there that's going to give a lot of incentive for people to get into the stock market, earn interest, and really ride this wave up. You got to get out there. You got to get people educated. When it comes to this cycle, That's another thing that kind of dawned on me. It's like all these, especially these big YouTubers, are talking about, oh, the crash is going to come around August or September. And they're all basing this on, previous cycles. Man, if they were to just Wall Street bets this, get Wall Street bets involved, and just have everyone say, look, man, there's no need to panic sell. I know it's hard, but I mean, you were able to move the crowd to get people to buy GameStop. I mean, that was ridiculous, right? I mean, I get the message, but how many people out there got wrecked financially because of that? This is actually something that, like, it has the value. The value is there. I don't even want, like, all right, so Ethereum's at 1720. The Bitcoiner is over 38,000. What up, SGG? How you doing, brother? Dot's lagging a little. It's only up about 1.2% compared to Cardano hit a high of like 53 cent, maybe even higher. What did it get? Yeah, 53 cent. Cardano is moving. You know what? This is something I should mention. I bought more Cardano yesterday. I'm out of control on the Cardano train. I bought me another 5G of Cardano. Cardano is up about 16% right now. I bought that on the dip at 44 cent. Got me another 11,000 Cardano, so that's working out. I do want to get me some more DOT, paying that 12% interest over on Kraken. I'll probably do that once ETH gets to about $3,000. I'll probably move some more over. I don't even want to look at this one. Just makes me sick to my stomach, boys and girls. Aave. I've been telling myself I need to buy this for a while. But look at this rocket ship to the moon in the last 3 days. Like, how the hell do I FOMO into this now? I was looking at this yesterday when it was around, in the $400 range. Maybe even, I think I was looking at it when it was $390, and I'm like, I'm going to buy this if there's a pullback. Now what, man? Like, what do you do now? When are you doing this? I think Aave is going to be a monster. I kind of view this as now I'm kind of viewing this as like an early 2020 Tesla. I do think this thing can really skyrocket, even a 10x still from here. This thing, 10x plus, man, this thing, there's a lot going on with this when it comes to banking and financial institutions and lending. I mean, also hearing rumors out there with like Maker and what's the other one? Maker. I don't think I have any Maker. Let's pull up the Excel spreadsheet. What was the other one? I don't remember. Maker. I have some of it in my Coinbase. Let me pull that up real quick. I am gonna probably hit the Uniswap this weekend. I'm looking to buy some Reef. Reef is hot right now. I'll probably buy me some Reefer. Might buy me a few other ones out there. I'm not sure yet. Oh, Eagle. I get that spelled wrong. EGLD. I am learning more and more about Eagle. I really do like it. I was catching up on my boy Ivan on Tech last night. Go. Like, subscribe, bell button. And he was talking about Eagle. I'd somewhat had some concerns, some other bigger YouTubes. I kind of felt like maybe they were pumping this, and I wanted, I didn't know if they were kind of sponsored, but I'm looking into it. They got a pretty cool wallet, and I do see that you can refer people and get money, and I'm like, okay, well, obviously that's a big incentive, especially if you're a big YouTuber. You can go to the referral link and earn some eGold, but eGold does have a very limited supply, I believe. So I think that alone, with a bunch of YouTubers pumping it, that's definitely going to make the price go up. You can earn really good interest on it with like 10. I think it requires 10. I'm going to check more into that this weekend. I currently have 5. Yeah, the max total supply is only like 20.3 million, which makes this very, very similar to Bitcoin. And they have a really cool thing that is going to help it make it get adoption. I mean, obviously with a lot of YouTubers talking about it, big ones especially, all the big ones, and even Ivan, right? And I was catching up. Now I understand why Doge is pumping, because he goaded Elon to do all that. So now I kind of blame you, Ivan. Calm down, man. You're going to get people wrecked in Doge. I mean, eventually, I don't know, maybe that thing can continue to pump, but I think it's going to probably go back down here pretty soon unless you keep pumping it up. And I'd hate to see a lot of people FOMO into that and lose money. It's a very, like, the token has no utility. It's cool. It's cute. I had me a little Doge. I bought some Doge when it was like 0.003. And then I liquidated it when it pumped up to like, I don't know, 4 cents. It was only a few $100s. Who cares? And I wanted to get more, and I even joked around about going all in on Doge, but I didn't. I read that today, but Gemini says that your loan is not insured. Is BlockFi insured? So I thought Gemini was insured. I was under the understanding Gemini was all insured, but not if you stake it. Or are your coins tokens locked in smart contracts? Maker creates my favorite, decentralized DAI. So I'm under the impression Gemini and BlockFi are both insured. I'm not. I need to do some more investigation on this. I wouldn't. It's hard to say, but I don't. So far, what I've seen about Gemini's Earn program, it looks better to me to have it in BlockFi, but BlockFi is a little less liquid. I think Gemini is a lot more liquid. And I just mean if you really want to remove money from your account, BlockFi, you get one free withdrawal a month. And I don't know if that's per coin or just total. And then after that, it's like they charge you a fee. So, and it was pretty hefty. I think it was like $50. You did it more than once on Bitcoin. Ethereum might be a bit more. I was over here talking about my charts and everything, and I forgot to put this up. Let me pull up my Ethereum chart real quick, because it's very important that you get my expert technical analysis on this, of it going to the moon with the flag and them playing basketball. So is Gemini not insured across the board? So I'm pretty sure BlockFi is insured. I'll do more investigation on this over the weekend. Overall, I'm not really overly worried about them not being insured. That's kind of the ball game with crypto in general, but they do spend millions upon millions of dollars to help keep that secure. They're going to have some of the best security teams out there. Usually a lot of these exchanges keep their stuff in cold wallets, 95, 97% plus. I'm pretty sure BlockFi is insured. And I thought Gemini was too, but I'll follow up on that. And like I said, you only earn like 3% when I was looking at it for like Ethereum. Over on BlockFi, you earn, 5.25 on Ethereum and 6 on Bitcoin. Who's my favorite basketball player of all time? Man, that's a tough ass question, but how do you like, I grew up in the 80s, so I watched the hell out of some, the Bird, the Jordans, and the Magic Johnsons. So I mean, obviously it's probably, how is it not Michael Jordan, right? And there for a while I was kind of on the LeBron might be, but now I've switched back. I'm like, nah, man. The only problem I had with Jordan is his post era. He seems like he's a cool bro, but he also seems like he'd be a bit of an asshole. Who knows, man? But it's pretty hard to deny that Jordan wasn't the greatest, and he was definitely my favorite back then. So, overall, it's probably him. There's definitely, I'm a Clippers fan now, so I'm obviously all over Kawhi and PG and things like that. And currently, again, I was a huge LeBron fan. I was a LeBron fan before he even entered the NBA. I'd watched him in the McDonald's All-Star game, and I'm like, this dude's amazing. And then he was amazing out the gate, and he's definitely an amazing athlete, an amazing player, but it's a completely different way they play the game now. It's like back in Jordan's days, that it was practically like the NFL out there on the course with hand checks and things like that. You know, you get checked so hard they practically break your forearm, and now, you know, so it's hard to say, but way to get me rattling on. But we'll go with Jordan. I mean, he's obviously the greatest. Oh, you know, and that reminds me, I did say I probably wasn't going to live stream Sunday market open. I take that back. We got a live stream. I'm going to live stream the market open. I'll be here 2:55 PST Sunday. We're going to see what's going on in the futures. See how that futures market opens, because the kickoff is not to like 320. Probably they say 320, but by the time it's all said and done, it's more like 340. So I'm definitely we'll make it a quick little live stream. We'll see how the futures are doing, and we'll see how the crypto markets are doing. First thing, I think come Sunday, we're going to see Ethereum over 2K. We're going to see Bitcoin probably in new price discovery mode because it's blasting through all-time highs again. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I think that's what's going to happen. Look at Ethereum go, boy. It's 1734 and pump. Go, 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 go. We got ADA 51 cent. We got DOT 20.8. We got Aave 537. I'm taking Aave just completely off everything I own because I don't want to sit there and get upset any more than I already am. I might have to pick me up some Aave this weekend. I'm already dipping into my tax money, stuff I got to pay taxes with. I mean, I'm getting close, right? I got a lot, you know, I got some money over my bank account. And I'm like, it's enough that makes me want to puke because I know this has to go to taxes. Hopefully I didn't underestimate that. I keep getting close to dipping into what I think. My thought is, you know, I think we're going to have a nice little fatty boom between now and the time I actually have to pay it. So might as well try and earn a little bit more money. But, you know, the opposite can happen. We could have a little chili dipper that hurts, and then the next thing you know. So I'm trying not to dip into that. I see some 1740 on ETH and going. I love the smell of Ethereum in the morning, boys and girls. Anyway, I see a lot of people talking about, and I even replied to someone on Twitter yesterday, especially it was a Cardano one, but they're like, should I take a crypto loan out and buy more Cardano? And I was like, oh my goodness, boys and girls, that is reckless behavior. Please don't do that. I mean, it could pay off and you can make a fortune. It's just the same thing when it comes to the stock market. Do not go heavy into margin to buy more stocks. That is the kind of stuff that helps the violent down moves. You sooner rather than later, most likely, you're going to get a margin call. There's going to be a dip. You're going to have liquidations that don't want to happen. There's already all-time high margin happening in the stock market. A lot of you Robinhood kiddies out there, or if you're new to the stock market, and look, boys and girls, I was like you one time. If you're out there, and I was on margin one time when I was young, it's going to be a very hard lesson for you to learn. But when that margin call comes and liquidation and you take some of the biggest losses you've ever taken, you're going to be like, wow, I'm never going to make this mistake again. And then you probably will anyway. And I get it. You're king of the world right now. You think you've got it figured out. It's the same in crypto right now. I mean, I do think, and I shouldn't say this, but if you were to take a loan on your crypto and go in heavy right now, I think there's a high likelihood that it will pay off. But why risk that? And if you already got a decent amount, like if you're taking loans out on your crypto or you're going on margin, your size is too big, right? You're in way too heavy. You're probably not sleeping at night. You've probably got way more invested in the stock. Almost certainly you've got more invested in the stock market or the crypto market than you can afford to lose, right? Because dips do happen, and in crypto, they could be 30, 40% like fast. And then it starts tripping your margin requirements, and then you start getting liquidations and forced sells on your holdings. It's not going to be fun times. Anyway, again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but I'm just telling you. And those are bad habits that will continue. Like, actually, one of the worst things that could happen to you is you do go in heavy on a loan, or you do go on heavy on a margin, and it pays off like crazy, and then you just continue to ride that, and eventually you're going to get wrecked, and you're going to get heavier and bigger, and When that wreckage comes, boys and girls, you're going to need a lot of tow trucks. I said it once, I said it a million times. Watch your size, and margin and loans is too big of a size. All right, the stock market's been open for 15 minutes and we haven't even looked at it. Why are you guys not yelling at me? All right, the VIX is flirting with going positive here. What's the NASDAQ doing? Yeah, the NASDAQ's doing a little pullback. And you know, today's probably going to be, oh yeah, boys and girls. Look at this snap play. I love the smell of snap in the morning. I got a $90 credit on that. So my max profit on that would be $90. I'm already at 82. This thing might even be hard to get off the board. Let's see what we can do here. We are going to close this. Chipotle burritos on me down the street. Let's see if we can buy this back for about 5 cents. I'll put that in. That's going to take maybe a little bit of time to figure. Oh, Snap's almost back to. Well, so here's what I did. Let's lay out the trade. I did an iron condor. That's where you sell a put spread. And I sold an iron condor. So you sell a put spread, you sell a call spread. I did that at the expected move. At the time, the expected move was $8. Right now, it's about $2. So I did it at the expected move, right? This is right where the expected move was at 50 and 67 were my short strikes. Then I put in $3 wide wings on those bad boys. It was like, you know, a really high probability of success. Well, I say that, but you know, an earnings play can go out of the expected move, but quite often trading the within the expected move works out really well. You can do it with strangles, which have a lot more risk, but a lot higher probability of success. Anyway, I did that with 1 day to go. Did not give myself any chance if I was wrong. And again, it was $3 wide, got a 90-cent credit. So my max loss would have been the $3 minus the 90 cents or $210. Worked out really well. I should have done this over in my small account, but I was kind of a chicken. I'm really protecting that small account, which is the only account green right now. And you know why that is, boys and girls, because Ethereum is a rockin'. I did buy more Ethereum yesterday on the dip over there. I used all my available cash left when Ethereum dipped below 1600, and that has paid off. I might try and kind of swing day trade that $500 and see if we can add to our Satoshi stacks in Ethereum. So this is currently at 7 cents. We'll let that theta decay and see if we can buy that back for an almost 100% win on that one. Bird, Magic, Jordan. Those players today, including LeBron, don't have the same mentality as the 80s and 90s players, and the rule changes. Well, yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. Again, it was a much tougher ball game back then. You know, I'm okay with all the changes, to be honest. I mean, it's the same with football. I love football, but quite honestly, football should be banned. The football should not be allowed in middle schools and high schools and in college, but there's just too much money involved in it, and it's causing brain injury and damage to the vast majority of people that won't ever make it to that life-changing NFL. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. There's just too much money involved. They're doing things to improve head injuries and things like that. But I mean, the evidence is out there. So how many, you see it in the NFL, you know, I'd like to see more statistics and more investigation on just NFL players. I'm not going to go off the rails on this anymore. And again, I love football. It would crush me to see, you know, football not be a thing anymore. But what are you going to do, man? I guess, there's just going to be some of that in life for a while. But yeah, again, it bothers me to see middle school and high schoolers now play football because they're basically out there. And that's even worse because those brains are still developing and they're just out there getting many concussions and concussions all the time. So, I mean, obviously, you know, I played football in high school, but so But what about, yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Boxing is definitely bad for you. I used to be really big into MMA. When I was in college, I did karate for a long time. And then I stopped doing that. And then about 10 years ago, I started doing jujitsu and Muay Thai quite a bit. And I was big time into MMA. And now I can barely, I mean, I stopped doing that. And now I'm getting old, man. I can barely get out of bed. So, but MMA is supposed to be a lot safer. I don't know. A lot less concussions and etc. That's what they say, man. But I don't know. It's a pretty barbaric sport. I don't know that type of barbarism. Looks like my snap came off the board. Nice little $85 winner on that. I think a lot of this barbarism, I mean, it's in our genes, it's in our DNA. So I don't know. That's probably not going to go away for a long time. Maybe 200-300 years into the future, they'll have some kind of virtual reality. Will be so good, and science and everything will be so good. You can actually have like virtual boxing, and the computers are so good that it could detect, oh, this punch would have knocked you out or whatever. Yeah, who knows, man? But yeah, that type of stuff will probably be around for a long time to come. Man, I don't want to get political, but what is going on with our politics, boys and girls? I was watching anyone know where I don't even know if I want to say this because I don't want to get like I don't need YouTube getting all mad on me, but anyone know where I'm not going to say the one word. Anyone know where I can get a space laser for cheap? But I was watching this really bothers me. Like, I was watching the vote to have that senator removed from committees, and I'm just like, people are voting not to remove her. And I'm like, dude, how can someone post something like this on Facebook and still just even be in Congress? Like, I'm not Democrat, and we're voting along party lines to the point that it doesn't even matter what they're voting on, right? So, like, if that was a Democrat that said that, same thing, man. They gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's see what's going on. Yeah, the Nasdaq's still hanging around 18, 19 points. It's probably going to be a pretty boring day in the stock market. I'm not expecting a big move up or down. We'll have to see what happens over the weekend. I think it will continue to be an uptrend. I don't think there's any big earnings coming up left. We got Nvidia and a few others coming next week. But all the big players have been done. I think, except, yeah, Facebook. How did Facebook? I never even looked how they did on earnings. I think Peloton had earnings last night. What happened? Oh, yeah, some senator in Georgia posted on, I don't know how long ago. And that was all kind of new to me. I really didn't see it either. But she posted that Jewish space lasers are, so basically Jewish bots have, the Rothschild family put space lasers up into space and caused all the forest fires for financial gain. I'm just like, what? What? I mean, first of all, that's crazy anti-Semitic. And then second of all, it's just effing crazy, right? I mean, that's conspiracy theory to the highest level. There's no way in the world that's true. But there's probably a lot of people out there that believe it. And if you're someone that comes across my channel and you believe it, smash up the dislike button. I do not care. But that, I don't care, Democrat, Republican, to me, and all they did, so first they had to have like 18 different votes on what the rules were and what have you, and there was almost divided across party lines not to remove her from committees. In the end, they did end up removing her, and 11 Republicans ended up voting to remove her from committees. In my opinion, I think it's insane someone like that's even allowed to be in public office, and I think it's insane. And if you're out there, man, you gotta hold your congressman up to this. We gotta start demanding. Like, we gotta come to. We're at the point we're divided now so much. I mean, I don't think everyone's divided, think there's a big group of people over here, way too crazy, way too far over here, and another group way too far over here. I don't know what percentage of the people in the middle are that kind of have common sense, and you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, how much common sense can there be when you're just, I mean, what's next? Someone's gonna, someone in Congress, the Senate, or the House of Republicans kills a baby because they looked funny, and even that, just like, oh, we're not going to convict them because they're a Republican, or anyway, I'm getting way too off the rails here. All right, let's take a look at cryptos. Cryptos are us. Well, shout out to Cryptos Are Us. I don't even know why I said that, but he does have a pretty good channel. I check him out. He's the one that dropped the news that F2 pool or whatever is the one selling on the Bitcoin. Anyway, you know, another channel I've been watching a lot lately that I really like is the Bullish Network. Shout out, he says that. I either wake up in the middle of the night, or I walk down the hallways. Like if I need to go get me something to drink, I'll be like, go, 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 go. Or the Bullish Network, he's always saying shout out. Anyway, the Bullish Network's pretty cool. That dude like really knows his stuff when it comes to, he spends a lot of time research and investigating. You know, he pumps a lot of like really small coins and 100K challenges and etc. But when it comes to knowing his stuff, man, he really knows his stuff about when it comes to who the players are and who the people are with a lot of different altcoins and connecting the dots. So if you're ever looking for some good altcoins to go buy, maybe go check out his channel. He's pretty, you know, it's pretty cool. Anyway, Ethereum, man, Ethereum strong like bull. Ethereum is currently up about 8.8%. I think 1800, 1900 is on the, well, I think 1800, looks like 1800 could be on the table today. This could really get a nice pump. I think 2K by the end of the weekend is very, very likely. Bitcoin, again, it's only 10%, roughly 10% from all-time highs of 42, whatever. That could come, I mean, that could come before I hit end on the stream. So I think there's a good chance we could push for some new all-time highs this weekend. If not, it could, you know, go sideways, chop up and down for about another week. Again, the Chinese New Year, those bros are partying over there right now. Yeah, politics is a waste of time. Yeah. Yeah, man, it is so bad. Family over, like, it is extremely frustrating to me, to be quite honest. Healthier to, yeah, and it's tough because my parents and my brother are pretty extreme on the right, and I'm just like, man, guys, like, I don't get, and there's smart people, and there's a lot of smart people, and maybe I am the idiot, but I'm a little bit more trying common sense it, and we've got just too extreme on both sides. And I am personally, I mean, speaking of conspiracy theories, I know this is a bit ironic. I think most of this hardcore left and right thought is fueled by foreign actors such as, you know, hey, look, guys, I love you over there in Russia, but I think the government, and I'm not saying the U.S. is any better. We're definitely up to no good in Inglewood, but I think Russia especially is doing a really good job of having people over here inciting both sides. I mean, there's pretty hardcore evidence that they interfered in the election. There's pretty hardcore evidence that even like in the beginning when Trump won, that there was Russian operatives on both sides of Trump's not my president and MAGA, right? And they were just building, and they've done it. I mean, I get it, man. It's just like propaganda back in World War II, where they flew planes over cities and dropped pamphlets. I think that was World War II. It's just a much higher tech version of propaganda now. Everyone, I mean, that's why we need weed legalized nationally. Everyone, like, I'm definitely gonna get YouTube pissed off at me today, but come on, man, just everyone chill the F out, you know what I'm saying? All right, Bitcoin. Snap. 88. Come on, 88. 88 pushing 52 cent. Again, I'm probably gonna, I want to get my 88 bag up a little bit more. I am just in love with 88. I also love me some Polkadot. We're gonna let Ethereum ride a little bit more. I'm probably gonna buy some more Elrond Gold this weekend, and as discussed, I'm gonna do a little bit more research on Reef and some other altcoins. I do want to add some smaller, very small cap altcoins, a small amount. Right now, the only small one I really have, and I mean, even this one is, I mean, it's not that small. Decentraland Mana and Eagle, they're both like light blue chip. I mean, they're up there pretty high in the coin market cap. Ethereum now pushing 1740. It does not look like it's going to stop today. It is currently up 9%. What is ADA up? ADA up 17%. Here we go. I'm going to go over here. Mainstream media is, yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's so annoying. The main cause of all, yeah, no, mainstream media doesn't help. You got all these big media moguls that they're extreme themselves, and then that's what they push out their network. It's tough. So I don't know if I agree. There really isn't that much racism. I don't know how much I agree with that. Young people, yeah, no. It depends, man. I used to have that same thought growing up. Young people don't see color. It's a distraction from the theft. So I thought that quite a bit growing up. And so there was, for a while, I was like, because I don't see color really. And growing up, I had a lot of different friends from all different races and colors. And to me, I don't see color. And I thought a lot of the same thing, but then, you know, as you get older, you still see it a lot. There's some video games I'll play from time to time. There's a lot of N-bombs. There's a lot more racism out there than I really realized. I do think certain political conditions have, you know, brought that out more. And a lot of that comes down to nurture, right? It's upbringing. So as long, that's a cycle that's going to probably continue for a long time, and it's going to be hard to squash. So it's hard to say, man. I think it's out there a bit more. It's definitely a distraction, and there's a lot of things in the world that don't make a lot of sense right now. I would love to see racism go away, but I don't think that's something that's going to likely happen for a long time. Anyway, let's get back into the markets. Let's get off this crazy sidetrack. KNC, what is this? Someone brought, oh my goodness. Some viewer brought this to my attention, and he said it was going to skyrocket. Man, I should have listened to that, bro. Where's that guy at? He was pumping it pretty hard on like Monday and Tuesday, and boy, did he have that right. That thing is up 42% today. What is going on with KNC? What? I don't even know what this is, but so that's the thing, man. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna look at that this week. I'm gonna, 1inch is another token I want to get, but it's kind of pricey. But I'm gonna mess around with Uniswap and 1inch this weekend. And again, I want to buy me some a few small alt bags, because those are the ones that can really explode, like this KMC if you pick the right ones. You can get a 1000X bagger over there. But it's a lot like playing penny stocks, probably. What is Aave? Oh my goodness. So frustrating. Why didn't I buy into Aave? Is it too late? No, I mean, I think Aave, I don't know what Aave's got left in it. Let's take a look at the market cap in Aave. I think Aave is going to be a monster. I really do. CoinGecko, Aave, it's already up to number 12. It's got 6 billion market cap. This can easily be yeah, man, this can easily be 100 billion plus. So there's a lot of room to go in Aave. I'm probably going to buy some Aave today, although I really hate buying anything that's got this much of a pump already in it. I might still wait for a pullback on it. I'm really debating on how much more e-gold I'm going to buy. I need to do a little bit more research on getting the interest on that. You need a 10 minimum in your wallet, as far as I understand. So I have 5 right now. I'm probably going to buy another 5. I'm considering buying a little bit more than that. And then, you know, so hopefully by Sunday I'll have some follow up on what I did buy this weekend. What's Mana? Where's Mana? Where's Decentraland? The Graph, I bought some Graph recently. That one continues to pump. I think that one's going to be a monster. That one is only a 1 billion market cap. I mean, that one's easily 50 to 100 billion market cap in the future, I think. The Avalanche, I think, is something I've been hearing about recently. They had some kind of partnership or something. Here we are, Elrond 40. I think Elrond could break into the top 30 or 20. Where is Decentraland? Oh, VeChain. VeChain is in fuego, boys and girls. I have a pretty decent VeChain on Binance, and that auto stakes. I haven't gotten any VThor yet, but I don't know when that happens. I should start getting some VThor because of that. Where is Decentraland? I thought it was Mana. Decentral. I thought it was Mana. It has to be in the top 100. No? No? All right, let's do it this way. Mana. Oh, it's out of the 100. All right, nice. I thought it was in the top 100. Let's see. What is the tags? Metaverse, entertainment, NFTs. NFTs are going to be big. I was checking out there was one NFT that Logan Paul's involved in, and I forget what that one is, but that one is definitely interesting. And the one with that Tops. There's some Tops NFT that's just already sold out. And I thought that token would be up a bit higher, but I am trying to figure out what the best NFT ones are, because there's obviously anyone that has done, and I did it as a kid, like just trading cards or just Pokemon cards and stuff like that, man. Digital. Those what were the top shots? Top shots? These are NFT NBA top shots. Yeah, man. Some of them are already like $10,000, so there is going to be a huge craze in this. And if you can pick the right NFT, all sold out. I forget where I saw it. Some of the top like these are actually pretty badass. And even at my age, I'm like, man, I want some of this stuff, man. This is really cool. $9, yeah, man, all day long. There is definitely a huge market in NFTs, man. I need to do some more research on this. What's Elrond doing? $72, up 10%. I should have bought what I was going to buy already. Although I buy Elrond on Binance, I can't buy anything on Binance for about another 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to buy some Elrond. I'm probably going to make the mistake of buying some Aave today. I got to get me some Aave going. Probably 5 to 10 Aave. I mean, that 10 Aave, man, that's $5,000. That's a lot of money. Do you go around Decentraland and walk around? What do you mean? So did you go around Decentraland and walk around? It's okay. They still have a lot to do. So yeah, so much potential. You don't need a VR headset. So I don't I don't hardly understand any of that. You can walk around Decentraland. Is that like an actual game? I'm not an expert on Decentraland. I just knew it was gaming, and I forget who was talking about it. A few different ones. I think Ivan talked about it. There is going to be a lot of money to be made if you pick the right NFTs. Do you have any old baseball cards or Jordans or Fleer? Man, oh my God, I was such an idiot in my younger days, but I think my most prized possession was probably Joe Montana Topps rookie card. And there for a while, especially in the 90s, I was doing a lot of that. They all ended up getting stolen, and you know how it was especially as a kid, when I had it was all completely different, man. You would just sit there and like, oh, you didn't even really think about the money. And I don't even know how much money was involved in the 80s or 70s, but yeah, you just sit there. It was a whole different game, man. You didn't have ESPN. You would sit there and the thing was to memorize all the stats on the back and oh, the good old days, right? Completely different game now, but if there's rare collectible NFTs, I don't like, are those, they have to be tradable, right? So there's going to be such a massive market there. I forget which one. What is the Logan Paul NFT? Pokemon? I don't know. I can't even spell Pokemon right, can I? He turns himself into an NFT Pokemon card. This one will be big, man. I mean, it's not like Logan Paul's a small YouTuber. I wanted to hate that guy, but I ended up watching a video of his and he's pretty cool, man. Like it was pretty decent. I didn't hate the guy. I wanted to hate the guy. But I mean, anyone into Pokemon, no offense, like I don't get it. But I'm into sports. I mean, everyone's got their different strokes for different folks. And yeah, I wanted to hate. My first real experience with Logan Paul was the boxing match between Nate. And I'm just like, man, that did not go well for Nate. Like, he'll never live that down. And now, like, he's gonna box. Who's he boxing? He's boxing someone big, man. Who's he boxing? I think it got delayed. Boxing. Man, they created a virtual world. 30. They have a cool world you can run around in it. Oh yeah, can you do that with VR headset? I do want to get a VR headset. I was looking at the Oculus. My boy down south has one, and he says it's amazing. I want to get one, and then I go in there, and the 64 gigabyte. Who's this full box? And it was someone big. Oh, Floyd Mayweather, man. I don't know what the stats are between these two, like height and arm reach and things like that. But I might be willing to bet on Paul Logan, like getting lucky. Everyone says he doesn't have a chance. I don't know, man. Oh, they have a virtual Silicon Valley. Oh, that sounds really cool. But you just how virtual? Oh well, is that playable on something like Oculus? I was looking at the Oculus. There's a 64 gigabyte for $299 and a 256 gigabyte, I believe, for $399. And I'm just like, how do I not buy the one that's $100 more? And then I'm like, and I also really want a PS5 and I want an Xbox. I don't know why. They're just going to collect dust. But the Xbox looks really cool because you can put it in dev mode and put MAME on there. I want to get my Galaga game back, get my Pac-Man, my Miss Pac-Man game going. But anyway, the VR headset or even the Xbox and the PS5, I want to buy them, and I'm like, ooh, I could buy one Aave instead, and that thing's going to 10x, right? Or I can buy some more Ethereum, and that's going to, in the short term, is going to 10x. It's going to 100x in the next 5 years. I'm really having a hard time. It's a good thing, man. I don't need to waste a bunch of money. And I probably am going to break down and get at least a PS5 and a VR headset sometime this year. PS5s ain't really easy to find. It's crazy. You still can't even find them. If I could, though, I'd probably charge it to the game and just get my little 5% off at Target and then just obviously pay it off immediately. But let's see what's going on. I am down, so Tesla must be down. Tesla's down about $10. Probably hurting. Yeah, my put spread is only down about $30. That ain't too bad. We're gonna get a comeback in that. Let's see how we're doing over. It's only down. I mean, it's barely down. My Tesla put spread is barely down on my small account. I'd be tempted to put more on, but I don't know. Start day trading. I only have about $200 of cash before I go on margin. Ooh, that Ethereum really, I don't want one, but I have checked out the world, that Decentraland belt, pretty cool so far. Yeah, no, I mean, can you imagine if this, something like that, I mean, obviously, it's one of those things. What if they are like the next big, what's that game at Fortnite or whatever, stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff that's going to come out of that, gaming and NFTs. There's going to be a lot of money to be made there. I was thinking about this last night too. It is the only thing stopping me from completely going all in crypto right now is the fact, and it shouldn't, I mean, well, I'm trying to have some common sense, because there could be a massive dip in crypto sooner than we think, or sooner than I'm willing to admit. But like, I'm really considering selling these 100 shares of Tesla and putting another 90 grand, 84 grand to work in crypto, man, because I think the potential in the short term is an easy 10x, where I think Tesla best case in the next year is 2x, 2.5x, and that's insane, right? But at the same time, if Tesla 2x's over this year, that's a very, very, very safe 2x. And I've ridden my Tesla now for longer than a year. At 2x's, I'll be up another 80, 90 grand on Tesla in the next year, just in this account, not including the IRA. It'll be at a year, and now my tax rate's down to like 15%. So I'm just trying to use a little bit of common sense, even though a little bit of diversity, even though I think crypto is like hands down the best opportunity, or hands down, like, again, I did a video, trades of the decade, Tesla, Bitcoin, and really Ethereum and many other, ADA, Polkadot. Those four right there are going to make life-changing wealth for people that can hold. So I think really the best place to hold it. I don't know if you want to. It's tough though, man. It's going to be really tough, because if that crash comes, every day I keep telling myself. So, and I keep trying to figure out my exit plan and my best plan. I keep trying to figure out my exit plan. So I have an amount that I put in crypto right now. And so my current plan that I'm trying to hold myself to is right around the 10x mark. I want to take out my initial investment plus a little bit to cover the taxes on that. And maybe I have a little bit money left over for like real estate. So say I have 200 grand in crypto, and that might be kind of accurate, right? Say it 10x's, and that's like now like 2 million. Well, under a year, if I take that out, I'm going to be paying like 50 or 60% of that in taxes, which is just freaking insane. And so, so now I got a nice bag of money, right? But I'm also going to give a really big bag of money to the government. And your thought is you sell, and then you can buy back in cheaper. Well, I'm at a point where I need a 40, 50, 60% pullback before I'm even again to buy back in. So yeah, there might be a big crash. Is it going to be 80 or 90%? Was it like last time? Personally, I don't think so. Maybe somewhere between 40 and 70. So even at 70%, a 70% pullback, which is going to be gut-wrenching and tough to work with, tough to deal with. As long as I have my initial investment out and the rest of that's riding, we know the next cycle's coming, the next halving's coming. And if this continues like it did the previous two cycles, which I'm not so sure it will, I think worst case, 70% pullback. So for me, it's not worth it. Just hodl on. Hodl if you hear me. I will try and take out my initial investment plus some extra to work with, and then maybe that goes back into real estate, or that goes back into the stock market for a little bit, or I buy some big dips in crypto that I really like if I think the next one's coming. And if I can hold on to most of my Bitcoin, most of my Ethereum, most of my Cardano, and most of my Polkadot, the next bull cycle, I am super Gucci, super gravy, and I'm going to have a lot of money to work with. Yeah, try to long-term capital gains only. Yeah, that's something I learned the hard way last year. I mean, I knew about it. The thing that got me in trouble is I kept day trading Tesla. Like I'd buy 100 shares and sell 100 shares. And I completely got wrong. Wash sales. So wash sales only count when it's a loss. But if you buy Tesla and then sell Tesla at a gain, immediate capital gains, right? And so I just kept improving my cost basis. Not improving, I kept raising my cost basis. So now Tesla, man, I'm not touching it. This 100 shares, I'm not touching it for maybe a decade plus. This thing, like I said, I think Tesla's going to go to $1 trillion plus. Though I do think it would be better to put it in crypto right now. I've already got a huge bag in crypto. So, and that's that long-term capital gains on crypto is a year. And most of, like, I'm still buying in. So that year is past what most people say is going to be like the beginning of a very big bear market. So like I said, if crypto 10x's, which I think is very conservative, even at current levels, I want to take out my initial investment plus some. That will put me under the 30% threshold, or right around the 30% threshold on a lot of it for your short-term capital gains. So I have my initial investment out, plus, you know, I'm going to cover the taxes and maybe a little bit of extra to maybe go buy a house or something. And then let the rest ride like 70%, 60, 70%. Let that thing ride for the next bull cycle. And if that's a 10x, it drops back down to like only a, you know, break even or 2x. And then it skyrockets, you know, way past that. I don't know how long, I don't know how many, I mean, how many cycles can you really have where crypto goes parabolic 10x to 100x, right? I did put together, I started thinking about like some market cap predictions. So I'm kind of just thinking of where I think things will be by like 2025. And I really do think Bitcoin could be 10 to 15 trillion plus. So that would put, Bitcoin price at, I don't know, what is the market cap right now? And I still do think these are kind of conservative. I think the Bitcoin market cap's around 800, 700 billion. So 10 trillion, I mean, that's 10x, 12x. So, 300,000, 400,000. I mean, people are saying that's going to happen this year, which I think is a bit insane. But I'm okay with 400,000 or 500,000 Bitcoin price by 2025. Same thing with Ethereum. I think Ethereum could be 4 to 10 trillion. Even at 4 trillion, that's like a, I don't know, 35, 40x. So 30 times, 30, 40, $50,000 Ethereum. If I can hold on to like 40 Ethereum at 40,000, what is that, 1.6 million? I'm okay with that. I think Cardano could be one. So I'm thinking about like what can the crypto market, overall market cap really be in the next 5 years? And I think it's very, very likely that Bitcoin could be up there with gold. Ethereum could be up there with silver. And then you got your heavy blue chips like Cardano and Polkadot that are similar to like the Apples and the Googles and Facebooks of your crypto world. And so these things could be 1 to 2 trillion. And at 1 trillion on Cardano, you're talking $30 or $60. If I currently have I bought more, right? So I currently have about 85,000. I want to get that to about 100,000. If Cardano can 10x and I sell like 20, 30,000 Cardano and I let the rest ride for the $30, I mean, by 2025, you may not know who I am because I'm going to be on some remote island, just living my golden years into the sunset, sipping margaritas and having my valets and my my personal chefs, and then I'm going to pay very well, right? I want some good food, good healthy food that I'm too lazy to make. And anyway, I digress. Let's wrap this up. We got to get back to work. It's Friday. I like to call it No Right Friday out there in the IT world. I do not like making changes on any routers, switches, operating systems, SANs. firewalls, because when you make changes, things break, and then the next thing you know, you just ruin your weekend. So we call it No Right Friday. So I'm gonna try my best not to make any changes today. Just you know, be low key. Let's wrap this up. See where the Nasdaq. Let's see where the market's at. I think it's going to be a pretty boring fat day. Look at Amazon down $10. It's still, you know, 33. I still think Amazon's a great buy. I'm currently not in that. Nasdaq, where we at? What is precious metals doing? What's the SPRE doing? And Bitcoin strong like bull. 10 years pretty flat. The Nasdaq is now negative 5 points. It's probably just going to chop around flat for the day. The E-mini's up 9 points. The E-mini is up and the Nasdaq's down. What's going on there? I mean, the top 5 stocks are in both, right? Top 5 to 10 mostly, for the most part. Your Tesla, your Apple, your Facebook, your Google. What is really ripping one around versus the other? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, to be honest. Gold up 16 points. Are we getting that gift from the gods? How's my gold, man? Oof, we're going to need a lot more. We're going to need a huge gold push in the next 14 days. This one is already sitting at max loss. I mean, it says I can buy it back for about 50 cents. I'm not. What was the spread on that? $3 wide. Buy it back for 280. Oh, my limit's 50. I can only buy this back for about 18 bucks. 18 bucks barely buys me Chipotle for the boys, so we're just going for a max loss on that one. What is that? IIPR? I think we're close to taking that one off the board. We're about 14 cents away from a 50% winner chicken dinner. We got 40 days to go to left on that. And as long as IPOE don't S the bed, it's going to be an easy win. What's going on? Chamath, I think, had a little bit. I think Chamath said he's not ready to be governor. Bro, man, what the hell? Why would you say that? Is that why my IPOE's down? Now I'm down in that trade. So again, I love Chamath, but I'm going to have to keep bringing it up. He says things like, why would I want to buy Ethereum? Like, you know, Ethereum's Bitcoin, right? So that tells me he doesn't understand DeFi, which is a bit concerning. And I'm going to say it, guys and gals, if you come across this channel, please start educating yourself. Most people, most of the world don't understand Bitcoin. I would say over 99% of the world doesn't understand DeFi, smart contracts, Ethereum. I would say even of the people that think they understand it, a vast majority of them really don't. Coming as someone with a business degree and over 20 years in trading, over 20 years of being a system engineer, a network engineer, a security engineer, a cloud engineer, I don't even, like, there's so much to smart contracts, oracles, all these different blockchains and finance. It is definitely going to change the world. It's one of those things, the more I learn about it, the more I realize I don't know. There is going to be a tremendous amount of innovation and growth in this. There's going to be a tremendous amount of capital coming into this. It is going to change how the internet is run. It is going to be one more layer of the internet, and the entire internet, or the bulk or the majority of the internet, is likely going to be run on blockchain. All finance, all money will eventually be run on blockchain, whether it's stablecoin or these other type of coins. Please stop listening to any other, the FUD, the fear, the uncertainty, the doubt. Start investing, even if it's small, even if it's only 3%, 5%, right? Start getting invested. This is the stuff. It is very, very early on the adoption cycle. There's some adoption cycles out there that are really interesting to look at, like how long it took for the automobile, how many years it took for the automobile and airplane travel and microwaves and radios and TVs. And that adoption cycle in the internet, right? And that adoption cycle keeps getting shorter and shorter and shorter. I promise you, I mean, I already gave you all my credentials. decentralization, or DeFi as we know it is amazing. There's never been such a wow factor in my life. And I was very, very, very early into the internet. And, I really didn't understand it at the time. Like, if I were to go back now with the amount of experience in life I had now, it would have been a wow back then. But I was early and it was wow. But blockchain and DeFi is wow. So I can't say it enough. If you want to play it safe, again, like I said, go small with your portfolio. But I would not be surprised, even if you went 3 to 5%, it doesn't eventually eclipse all your other portfolios. That's how good it's going to be. That being said, it is very difficult. Most people, especially retailers, if the cycle continues with these huge pullbacks, it's going to be very tough for you to do. It's very tough because most people that eventually get into it, there's just so many things to fall in love with it. So many different angles, just the usability, even like it's kind of like a hobby. You want this token, you want that token, you can't have enough, you can't accumulate enough. Next thing you know, your size is too big, and then these violent down moves come, and it is very, very gut wrenching. It's very, very tough to hold through it. That last dip we had, man, it was tough. I'm bipolar when it comes to markets, man. I'm happy as hell when it's pumping. And that last dip, man, it was not a fun 2 days, but I got one under my belt. The next one probably won't be as hard because, now unless it's like an 80 or 90% dip, which could come, but you hold through those. We need to hear a lot more big YouTubers saying you got to hold, just get everyone in that mentality. Stop saying it's going to crash in August or September or October. It just manifests destiny at that point. If everyone were to hold, if they had that Wall Street bets mentality, although their diamond hands went to paper hands pretty quick on GameStop. So it's hard to say. Again, you guys know my strategy. I would like to get to a 10x. I'm going to take 20-30% off the board, get my initial investment back so that it's nice and safe. And if the cycle continues by like 2024, 2025, I'll be so rich I won't even care. If I can stomach it, you've just got to have that mentality, and you can only do that by watching your size. And again, all these things are much, much, much easier said than done. It is very easy to FOMO and continue to just pump every dollar that you can find into crypto once you get the bug. And you're going to find yourself, a lot of you are going to time it where you're just going to get these nice pumps, and then the crash is going to come. One other tip I want to give you out there is don't use stop losses, because it's almost guaranteed you're going to take a loss with these moves. You've got to really, really watch your size. You've really, really, really got to condition yourself to be able to hold, because there is a lot of games out there, a lot of manipulation where these big whales, these big fish, they will dump on the market to bring the price down, and they will leverage short it at the same time, causing massive sell pressure, especially in things like Bitcoin. That is what has happened recently. They start dumping a ton of coins and a lot of sell pressure, and then they push it down by leverage shorting it at the same time. So they're making money selling, and they're making money shorting massive amounts at the same time. And then eventually they'll pull that short off and just buy it right back up. And now they've just increased their bag. It's something that I kind of want to do myself. I can do it on Kraken. I've even considered going over to Bybit, and I'm trying to refrain from doing that. And it honestly scares the hell out of me. There's a lot of people out there pushing Bybit and going long, leverage long. Generally they'll discourage going short, even though I think going short is the best hedge if you know what you're doing. I would highly discourage that. I've been trading futures, leverage futures, a very long time in the stock market, and it is a very, very tough game to play if you're trying to scalp it. So it's going to be way harder, in my opinion, in the In the crypto market, you're going to learn some very tough lessons that are going to cost you a lot of money. I don't care how much success you have. In the short term, eventually you're probably going to get wrecked. You're probably going to make mistakes and you're going to lose a lot more money than you realize. I already think crypto is a very tough game for even just the average retail just to buy in and hold, as I said. So again, just kind of condition yourself. Try not to, I know it's tough out there, especially for a lot of people. They're trying to turn their life around in like 1 to 2 months, and it's a longer term game than that. But it's very, very early in the cycle. I highly encourage you to start investing in crypto. I do think that's where the most of the value is going to be. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I love you guys all. I will be back Sunday, 2:55. We're going to do the futures open. We're going to see where we're at. It's probably going to be a boring futures open unless something big happens on the news. Again, the NASDAQ now down about 6 points, basically flat. E-mini's up 14, man. That's what is going on? What's the VIX at? We need to check the VIX before we sign out. So the VIX is up a little, basically flat. Going to be a boring day in the markets. I'm probably not going to do anything. I don't remember if there's any earnings. I think there are a couple, but none of them really interest me. I don't know if it's Monday morning or tonight. Usually there's not earnings on a Friday night. Let's take a quick look. I mean, my small account's looking good. This is the account. We're going to try and grow from 2,500 to 25,000. You heard me right. I started this in October, $2,500. I've added $250 a month. So I put 3,500 into this. This is now currently over 7,000, I believe. So it's 100% in 4 months. And I do think I'm going to continue to put $250 a month in it. I'm heavy. It is mostly in crypto right now. I got 2.5 Ethereum. I'm up $300 on that. I just bought this Ethereum 2 days ago. I make Ethereum 17.15 going. I think Ethereum is going to hit 2K plus this weekend. I really do. We got, I got a Mara put spread that already went off. I got my Mara put doing pretty good. You know what? I did sell all my shares over here, but I still got put spreads going. I don't think I have a whole lot going else otherwise. I got a Apple put spread. It's up about $6. My Riot put spread is almost a 50% winner. NNDM, what do I got over there? My NNDM put spread is actually up about $6. NNDM's down overall. My Tesla put spread, I'm up $12 on it. Let's go, Tesla. Let's go green today. I thought I put that on yesterday. Honestly, I thought that would be a one-day trade, but. And the only stock, I even sold my my Tasty Chef. Tattoo Chef. I bought. It was at Target. They had a chocolate, strawberry, and like oatmeal ball. $5, man. That shit better taste good. But I did it. I did it for you guys. I wanted to taste it. So far, I've not been impressed with all the Tattooed Chef food. I mean, there's definitely a huge market out there for it. It's just not for me. So we'll try that out. It's probably pretty good. I wanted something more for breakfast. Chocolate in the morning's not really something I want. Chocolate and I don't know, man. I'm just like, it's here. I'll try it. Just we got to check it. If they have something that palatable, I'm gonna buy it. And I'm gonna check it out. $5? Are you kidding me? Anyway, my Litecoin. I put this on for the hell of it. I should have put that money in more Ethereum instead. But we're gonna ride this. I think Litecoin. I don't know if it's currently on PayPal or it's going to get added to PayPal, so that's probably going to pump that up a bit. Yeah, Ethereum, strong like bull. Let's go. What's going on overall? Let's see where the Bitcoin's at. I almost signed off 5 minutes ago, and here I go rambling again. Bitcoin still kind of, hanging around that 38. I think, look at Snap. Snap's actually green from yesterday. 88, 51.5. Look at that green candle. So strong. It took the blue pill for sure. When is ADA going to be $1? I think ADA will be $1 in February. We're definitely going to be popping bottles. Here we go. I'm going to check Ave. Is that how you say it? 530. I got to buy some of that this weekend. Chainlink's another one I like. I like the idea. I've mentioned several times. I don't know about their management team though. They just seem a bit shady. Anyway, I wouldn't mind getting some chain link. All right, let's wrap this up. Love you guys. Catch you 2:55 Sunday PST. Be there, be square. It's gonna be a quick stream, and we're gonna watch that Chief Tampa Bay Super Bowl. Peace.